I can't even say it the way that I say it.
Yeah.
No makes me excited. Let me just say
Really?
that.
It makes you excited?
I'll say it that way. It turns me on.
I feel like everybody that's a part of this is so helpful and supportive.
What happens when a man spends years married into one of the most famous families in entertainment, attending the events, living behind the scenes, and seeing things the public never gets to see, only to suddenly find himself out of that inner circle? Well, that's where Richard Lawson is right now. And lately, some people have been paying very close attention to the things he's been saying, because fans think he's no longer being as careful as he used to be. In fact, some fans think Richard may have accidentally revealed the one thing the family has worked hardest to control for years: the growing spotlight surrounding Blue Ivy Carter. Now, let's get into it. For years, Richard Lawson built a reputation as a respected actor who largely let his work speak for itself. His decades-long career earned him admiration in Hollywood, but it was his marriage to Tina Knowles that brought him closer than ever to one of the most famous families in the world. When Richard and Tina got married, many people saw it as a fresh start for both of them. Tina had moved on from her highly publicized marriage to Matthew Knowles, while Richard had also gone through the end of a previous marriage. Their relationship appeared stable, mature, and built on years of friendship before it became something more. By marrying Tina, Richard wasn't just joining a new family. He was becoming connected to a household that lived under constant public attention. Through Tina, he also became a step-grandfather figure to children whose lives were already the subject of endless fascination from fans and the media. The drama reportedly started after Richard Lawson's divorce from Tina Knowles. When the couple separated, reports indicated that they agreed to keep family matters private and avoid making public comments about each other's children and grandchildren. For a while, everything seemed quiet. Then, social media started connecting dots. Before long, the conversation shifted from Richard and Tina's divorce to the Carter family itself, especially the noticeable difference between how much the public sees of Blue Ivy Carter and how little is seen of her younger brother, Sir Carter. Blue Ivy has pretty much grown up in front of the world. Fans watched her appear at award shows, music videos, and eventually join her mother on stage during major tours. What started as occasional appearances gradually became something much bigger. These days, many fans see Blue as a rising star in her own right, while Sir has remained almost completely out of the spotlight. He signed the disclosures. He kept his public silence. Before long, social media was flooded with theories. Late at night, in conversations he thought were private, with people he assumed were friends, pieces slipped out. He shared in the sentiment that Sir Carter was intentionally being hidden from the world because of a believed condition, and he did not think that was the best decision for him. The grandchildren he wasn't supposed to discuss were, by some measures, already more famous than he'd ever been. Blue Ivy, performing alongside her mother in stadiums that held more people than had seen all his films combined. Rumi, inheriting a kind of effortless glamour. And Sir Carter, who existed in the spaces between official photographs, who fans had started to notice was never quite there in the way his sisters were, who became a kind of ghost in the celebrity world.
She was here, and Rumi, my youngest daughter, she was watching. I forgot to thank her, so I get to thank her now. Thank you, Rumi. Give it up for Rumi, y'all.
And some critics argued that Blue is being positioned as the future face of the Carter entertainment empire. Others felt she's being introduced to fame much earlier than most celebrity children. People say that every public appearance, every performance, and every headline puts enormous expectations on a teenager who is still growing up. Was Blue choosing this life, or was the spotlight choosing her? Supporters, however, see things very differently. They point out that Blue appears confident, talented, and genuinely interested in performing. A young girl growing into her own identity. They saw a child learning from two of the most successful entertainers in history. They also note that both of her parents have repeatedly spoken about teaching their children the value of hard work, rather than simply relying on their famous last name.
And that you gotta work for what you get.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna just hand it to you because you are somebody's daughter.
Even Beyonce has publicly praised Blue's work ethic, while Tina Knowles has described her granddaughter as organized, focused, and determined.
Blue is a hard worker, very organized. She's a boss too. She's a little boss.
Soon, attention shifted to Richard's daughter, Bianca Lawson. Because Bianca became Beyoncé's stepsister when Richard married Tina, some gossip channels started suggesting that she may have had a unique perspective on what life around the Carter family was really like. Some even speculated that Bianca may have believed Blue was destined for celebrity from the very beginning. And it gets even nastier. Allegedly, Bianca seems to believe that there is more to Sir Carter autism than meets the eye. She's seemingly convinced that Beyoncé and Jay-Z sacrificed him to boost career. While none of this speculation has been verified, according to her, it doesn't make any sense that Beyoncé and Jay-Z suddenly turned very protective of Sir when Blue was in our faces. As a child, she was with them on red carpets, at award events, and even starred in some of Beyoncé's music videos. Fast forward to now, and she's Beyoncé's backup dancer, and Beyoncé always has her. One comment read, "Unfortunately, Blue Ivy is never going to have a normal childhood. Her childhood was ruined when she folded in her mother's stomach." And another comment read, "I feel sorry for Blue Ivy. Poor child has to dance her poor life away soon to keep the money rolling in because Beyoncé is tired. She can't just grown up and do things like a normal teen." Now, whether you think there's something more going on here, or you believe people are reading way too much into normal family decisions, one thing is clear. The conversation surrounding Blue Ivy, Sir Carter, and the Carter family isn't slowing down anytime soon. But what do you think? Do you think the internet is connecting dots that were never meant to be connected? Or do you believe some of these questions are fair to ask? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you never miss an upload.